A tunnel beneath the Sonora Desert. Concrete walls, no daylight. The air is cold, wet, and smells like battery acid. 4 Delta Force operators move in single file because the tunnel is too narrow for 2 men side by side. Their weapon-mounted flashlights cut white beams through the dark. Above ground, America has satellites, drones, and missiles that hit from 1,000 miles away. Down here, none of that exists. Down here, there is a man with a rifle around every corner and 10 meters of rock blocking every signal from the sky. Sergeant First Class Cole Bragan is 3rd in the stack, 14 years in Delta. He has cleared buildings in Fallujah and compounds in Afghanistan. But tunnels are different. In a building, you can blow through walls, climb to the roof, create a new door. In a tunnel, there is only forward and backward. That changes everything about how you fight and how you die. The man on point stops, fist up. Everyone freezes. Ahead in the darkness, a metallic click. In a cartel tunnel, that click means one of 3 things: a rifle bolt, a tripwire being armed, or a steel door locking shut behind you. This is the story of what happened next. The target is a man known as El Sombra, head of a new Sinaloa cartel cell and the largest fentanyl producer on the continent. Never photographed, never seen in public. He runs his empire from underground, literally, inside a tunnel complex he designed and built himself. 2 kilometers of tunnels on 4 levels. Living quarters, a fentanyl lab, weapons storage, ventilation, its own electrical grid, not a hole in the ground. An underground fortress built by an engineer who planned for one scenario: the day Americans come for him. Intercepted communications confirm he is inside for the next 72 hours. After that, he vanishes. The president authorizes with one condition: bring him back alive. Dead, he is a headline. Alive, his testimony dismantles the entire fentanyl supply chain. That single word, alive, turns a difficult mission into a nearly impossible one. 48 Delta Force operators, 4 assault teams of 8, call signs Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, each entering through one of 4 known tunnel entrances to compress from all sides. 1 8-man sniper team on the surface with thermal scopes and one order: watch every meter of sand within a kilometer. If anything, human breaks ground, own it. 1 8-man reserve and demolitions team at the main entrance carrying enough explosives to redraw the underground map. Every operator carries an HK-416 rifle cut short for tight corridors, suppressor attached. In a concrete tube, an unsuppressed shot does not just kill the enemy, it ruptures your own eardrums before the target even falls. Night vision stays in the pouch. It needs ambient light to work, and a sealed tunnel has 0. Flashlights and thermal scopes instead. Each team drags a hardwired communication cable because radio cannot pass through 10 meters of earth. Small wheeled robots roll ahead around blind corners so that a camera takes the first look instead of a human face. El Sombra's side, 120 fighters, 20 former Mexican military who know how to hold a firing position, 100 street soldiers, loyal to the death because the cartel holds their families hostage. But the complex itself is the real defender. Steel blast doors sealed by remote control, firing positions behind sandbags with rifle slots, flood valves that fill a corridor waist deep in 3 minutes. Cameras covering every passage, feeding a room where Sombra watches like a general from above. And one thing nobody knows about: a hidden escape tunnel on no blueprint. 0200. 4 teams enter from 4 directions. On the surface, snipers settle into positions, thermals scanning the dark sand. Alpha descends through a hatch disguised as a water tank. The ladder drops 15 meters. Temperature falls with every step. 38 degrees above, 16 below. Surface sounds disappear one by one. Wind goes first, then insects, then nothing. At the bottom, silence so complete it presses against your eardrums. The only sound is breathing and boots on concrete. The tunnel stretches ahead, lit by a single wire of LEDs, 1.8 meters high, 1.5 wide. Bragan moves in a crouch, weapon up. The wheeled robot hums ahead. 40 meters of empty corridor, steel door at the end. Too quiet. Bragan keys the hard wire. Alpha lead to command, 200 meters in, 0 contacts. All 4 teams report the same: empty tunnels, 120 men, and not one visible. The silence is not safety. It is a trap waiting to close. 0217. Alpha blows the steel door. Behind it, a straight corridor. and at the far end, a sandbagged machine gun. The gun opens up. What happens next does not occur above ground. The muzzle flash in total darkness is blinding, a strobe that wipes out vision. The noise inside a concrete tube is not just loud, it is a physical force that hits the chest like a fist. And the bullets do not just fly forward. They bounce off walls, ceiling, floor. In open air, one round travels one direction. In a tunnel, one round becomes 3 or 4 ricochets screaming off concrete at random angles. The first operator takes a burst into his shield and is thrown backward into Bregan. The second catches a ricochet fragment in the neck above his armor. He drops. Alpha is pinned flat with rounds sparking off the walls overhead. Above ground, the answer to a machine gun is simple. Flank it, hit it from the side. In a tunnel, 1.5 meters wide with solid rock walls, flanking does not exist. You go straight into the gun, or you do not go at all. Over the hardwire, rapid reports. Bravo. Water rising, flood valves open, pulling back. Charlie, ceiling collapse from a buried charge, one operator trapped. The blast in that enclosed space strong enough to rupture eardrums 30 meters away. Delta at the main entrance. 3 consecutive blast doors, each detonation sending shock waves back through the tube. In 90 seconds, all 4 teams are stopped. Sombra is watching on 12 cameras, moving defenders, flooding sections, sealing doors. He designed this complex as a machine that kills intruders, and the machine is working perfectly. He is playing chess. The operators are the pieces. The surface commander makes the call that changes everything. If the tunnels stop forward movement, stop moving forward. Go sideways. The demolitions team gets the order. Breach lateral walls between parallel tunnels. Create passages not on any blueprint. Passages Sombra's cameras do not cover. Bregan's team pulls back 20 meters. A shaped charge against the left wall. The blast punches a ragged hole into a parallel service corridor. Bregan leads through dust. Broken concrete under boots. They are behind the machine gun now. The gunner is facing the wrong direction. 4 suppressed shots. Position cleared. The tactic spreads. Charlie breaches into a ventilation shaft. Corporal Davis strips off his plate carrier because the shaft is 60 centimeters wide, takes only his pistol and flashlight, and crawls in. 200 meters on his elbows through a metal tube that vibrates with distant gunfire and smells like chemical exhaust. The walls are so tight his shoulders scrape both sides with every movement. He emerges behind the flooded section, finds the valve, shuts it by hand. Water drains. Bravo moves again. The fortress Sombra, spent 3 years building, is being rewritten by men with explosives and the willingness to crawl through spaces no human was meant to fit. Sombra watches it on his screens, new holes in solid walls, attackers from directions that should not exist, his fighters flanked inside their own fortress. He makes the decision he always knew might come. He walks to the back wall, pulls a concealed handle, and steps into a passage no one has ever seen. 400 meters to a hatch in open desert, but the cameras keep recording. Alpha breaches the command room 3 minutes later. Bregan sees the monitors showing every tunnel, and on one screen, a narrow passage with a single figure moving fast. A tunnel not on any map. He radios the surface, unknown exit, 1 runner northeast. The sniper team leader swings his thermal scope. A heat signature blooms out of the sand. A hatch opens. A man climbs out. The sniper does not fire. The order is alive. 2 reserve operators sprint across the sand. Bregan finds the hidden entrance and runs. Full gear, 30 kilograms. Lungs burning from 3 hours of chemical-tainted air. Ceiling so low, his helmet scrapes concrete. 400 meters at a sprint, hunched over in the dark. Sombra reaches the surface. Cool air fills his lungs for the first time in weeks. Stars overhead, open desert in every direction. He believes he has made it. 3 years of engineering, millions of dollars, 120 men, all bought him this moment. 5 steps. A red laser dot appears on his chest. Steady, unblinking. The sniper has been in position since the first minute of the operation, waiting for exactly this. Loudspeaker in Spanish. Face down, hands behind your head. Sombra turns. Behind him, Bregan climbing out of the hatch. Ahead, the red dot. Desert flat in every direction. Nowhere. He kneels, hands up. Bregan walks forward and locks the cuffs. Radio call, jackpot. Target secured alive. 3 hours, 22 minutes underground. 2 operators killed, 9 wounded out of 48. Cartel, 74 dead. Sombra in custody. 300 kilograms of fentanyl seized. The complex demolished after extraction. A crater where a fortress used to be. The United States can project power anywhere on the surface of the Earth, but 10 meters underground, all of it disappears. No satellite sees through rock. No drone flies through concrete. No missile helps when the enemy is beneath your feet. The most expensive military in history, and a man with a shovel and enough concrete can neutralize half of it. Tunnels are the battlefield of the 21st century. Hamas built them under Gaza, Hezbollah under Lebanon. Cartels dig new ones under the border every month. The answer is always the same. Not technology, not trillion-dollar systems. Men in a dark corridor choosing to move forward when every instinct says stop. That has always been the only thing that works.